Yay Networks.
Welcome to another Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. Maybe the last one of the year. I don't know. That's yet to be determined. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans. This is my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Kind of decide how we're going to handle the upcoming holidays, how many podcasts we're going to drop. We're not really quite sure yet.
We're going to drop some knowledge.
Might.
Actually, we're going to probably drop some Christmas carols.
Maybe. We might do a little Christmas episode. We'll see. A lot of the Yay Network podcast family is taking a little break.
Wow.
They are.
They're jipping their listeners,
They're not jipping. It's just like people need vacations, honey.
We've recorded on vacations.
That's true.
I've sat on a beach and recorded a podcast.
Okay, so you're saying we're going to drop our regular scheduled podcast. That's what you're going to go on record as saying as you're fighting against taking time off, apparently.
No, I thought we were going to record maybe, well, I don't know. I thought we were going to record tomorrow and then drop it next week.
We'll see. That's just really a big old peek behind the curtain. But we'll see. We'll get something together for our holiday. We want to acknowledge the holidays, right?
We do.
Something special.
We do. I acknowledge the birth of baby Jesus.
Yes, we do. We do. We celebrate that here at Evans Manor,
yes,
as many people do in the rest of the world. But we've got other stuff to get to on this podcast. I was ticked off from the time I opened my laptop this morning because, I work on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated.
And part of my job is gathering celebrity gossip to talk about it and hash it out and, just fill time sometimes.
Hash.
But I was deeply irritated by Ben Affleck and the interview he did with Howard Stern. Howard Stern, I don't know, they've got these notoriously private celebrities who, whenever we interview them, as we have in the past, we don't get as many as we used to. They're, radio is like you've heard of a redhead, what is it, the redheaded stepchild? We're like 3 or 4 levels below that. But
is that politically correct?
I don't know what it is.
For redheads or stepchildren?
Well, I'm a redhead, and I have
But you're not a stepchild.
But anyway, we were given a list of things you cannot ask, and these notoriously private and sometimes come across as a little bit rude celebrities, they'll go on Howard Stern and they'll just tell all their business. And sometimes I think they go a little too far, as Ben Affleck did. I'm still mad about it. And we're going to talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
And I know Alan has some listener mail you said you wanted to get to.
This will be news for me, too, because I don't...
You don't listen to the Kid Craddock Morning Show anymore?
I listen. I do listen. Every time I'm taking the girls to school, we have the Kid Craddock Morning Show on. And for some reason, Justin's always promoting alcohol.
That rubs you the wrong way, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. It does rub Alan the wrong way.
He's making drinks. He's talking about drinking.
That's his bit. He does it once a week. So that means you listen once a week.
Why is it every time we're in the car, he's spinning up some new... It was eggnog yesterday.
Yeah, but I had mine without alcohol. I had alcohol-free eggnog.
So I'm tensely kind of my eyes are shifting back and forth to see if the girls are listening to this buffoonery.
Well, his bit is called Turn Up Tuesday.
I thought it was Turned Up Tuesday.
Turn up. I don't know.
Oh.
And that implies turn up means drinking, right? So he always shares a cocktail and then he shares a game or something like that. That's his bit. It's once a week.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Family friendly?
Alan, if you would like to come and produce the Kid Craddock Morning Show, you are welcome.
Stop talking.
You are welcome to give Robert a day off. I'm sure he would love that.
Stop talking.
And I'm sure he'd love taking a stab at producing this podcast.
His shirt or his face is as red as my shirt most of the time.
Most of the time.
Dealing with you buffoons.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we have, what were you talking about? We have listener mail?
You said we have
yes,
listener mail.
We have listener mail.
Alan gets all the listener mail, just like Love Letters to Kellie,
Love
the other
letters.
podcast I do,
Love
and a bit I
letters
do on the Kid Craddock Morning Show. I don't see any of that. I hear it for the first time when Robert reads me the letters or the people on the show read me the letters, and the same with your emails here to the podcast.
You want to go through all the emails we get?
No, that's what I'm saying. I hear them for the first time here when you're reading them.
Mm-hmm. So I have some letters to go through. I've just been, I guess, tripping over my you-know-what a lot as a dad lately because I did it again this week. This one was a little more serious than the showing of Along Came Polly and then being called Sasquatch for the rest of the day. This one cut a little deeper. So I'll share with you my dad fail and how I didn't even tell you how I rectified it, how I tried to rectify this. But yeah, had another dad fail. It happens, I guess.
I think you did tell me.
It's happening a lot lately.
Aren't you going to rectify it tomorrow night?
No, I rectified it yesterday.
Oh, you already did? Oh, good. Well, then you haven't told me.
Well, I tried to rectify it, but yeah. So, dad fail.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff to get to.
I fail as a human being daily.
Alan seems to think I'm going to do another live clapback during this podcast, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to get through.
You're proud of yourself,
holding
aren't you?
my tongue.
You're proud of yourself, aren't you?
How? For what?
Calling me a quivering sphincter or whatever it is you call it.
Whatever it was.
Quivering sphincter?
Did anybody,
whatever it is
did
you called
anybody
me.
disagree with me and tell me how mean I am to you? Is that what you're seeing in the listeners'
Yes,
emails?
I see that.
I'm sure you are.
I do see that.
I'm sure you are.
Kelly, you're single for 10 years. In the love of your life, he pops into your life, and then just how you treat him now. He's going to run off. He keeps getting treated like this.
Are people like slipping into the DMs already,
I've
Alan?
been listening to you since 1846, and
Yeah.
you were so happy when you met Alan.
Yeah.
Now, what happened?
Well, you know.
Oh, come on.
You know. Y'all know how it is, ladies. All right. Everything's fine. We've got a lot going on.
Is it?
There's a lot going on. Let me tell you, every year I love Christmas. I really do. But it is probably the most stressful time of year for me. And I'm probably not alone in this. It all falls on mama, doesn't it? It all falls on mama, trying to make everybody happy and get everything done. And it's just like, I'm almost paralyzed. My to-do list is so long that I'm almost frozen. I tried to explain that to my daughter and Kellie tonight. I said, I've got so much to do. I'm paralyzed. I just like, I don't know what to do. So I sometimes just sit there and do nothing. But like I told her also, you just make a list and you start checking it off and checking it off. But it doesn't help when packages don't get delivered like they're supposed to. They're not in the right place where they're supposed to be. It's just like, life's little frustrations. But it's the happiest time of year, right? For the kids, for the dads.
For the dads?
Yeah, y'all just sit back.
Just sit back.
Just sit back.
Just sit back.
Your obligation is to buy me something. That's your obligation, right? That's a dad's obligation. It's just to buy something for mom. Mom's obligation is to buy for everybody else. That's typical, isn't it? Let's just be honest. That's typical.
I came home yesterday and Kelly was in the driveway.
Frantic.
Sitting in her car, engine running, her head kind of like just looking at her lap. And she was frantic and panicking about this package that...
It's very important that I get...
important you get this package.
I had to get this package by today at the latest. They
tried to deliver it yesterday?
There was a 1 hour window where Alan wasn't home. It's not Alan's fault because we don't know when they're going to show up.
It's not even my package.
It's not your package, but there was a 1 hour window when Alan was not here and they attempted delivery. And so I get the little piece of paper and they say, we're going to try to deliver it again, track your package, find out where it is. I'm sitting in the car trying to find it. I'm just so frustrated. And Alan pulls up right when I'm like, every time I tried to enter the tracking number, it would say an error. And I was just like, he pulls up and I'm like, the package was delivered while you weren't here. That kind of thing. But it was delivered today. And as Alan told me, because he's so, I don't know, understanding and comforting. What were your exact words, honey? Do you remember?
What's the first thing you do in a crisis situation?
No, that's not it. It was like, see, you got all spun up over nothing. The package is something.
I wasn't being
like
told
that.
you so, guy. I
Yeah,
told
you were.
Kelly when she was
Yeah, you
having
were.
a fit in the driveway, I said, babe, the package, we're going to get the package. It's
Were
either
we?
going to come to the house or I'm going to drive my happy ass over there to FedEx and I'm going to pick it up.
That's what he thinks is
One
going
of
to
the
happen.
two things is going to happen. Which one happened?
It arrived. But let
It
me
came
tell
to
you.
the house.
But let me tell you. I can't tell you what it is I ordered. I will tell you after the holidays because it's a wonderful thing that I did. Very wonderful. And I wanted to make sure that it arrived in time. So before the holiday rush, I ordered it, I believe, the end of October.
Amen.
It was lost in the mail. It is literally floating around. The person who created this gift for me reached out to me finally because I was trying to be patient because I knew she was probably got a lot going on. She finally reached out to me. She said, have you received the package yet? Because it's just, I sent it, but there's no tracking for it. It's just gone. It vanished. 2 packages. Another package where they swear it was delivered. It wasn't delivered. I mean, it wasn't stolen. It was because we have an office where things are delivered and somebody's there to receive packages.
That's national headquarters.
Our national headquarters?
Yes.
Not there. And so when Alan's like...
Alan and Kellie
when
Enterprises.
Alan says, oh, it'll show up. It's like, I've already lost 3 packages. Why would I not expect to lose another one? So anyway, that at least one of the packages has showed up. Oh, and so the woman who so because my packages are floating around somewhere, she out of the kindness of her heart has made a second set of this gift for me and said, hey, just, if the original ever shows up, would you just do me a favor and mail it back to me? I don't know how she repurposes it, but I said, absolutely, I will. I got a notification that the package was delivered today, and I'm like, it's not been delivered yet, Alan.
Wasn't there a FedEx driver that dumped a bunch of crap in the river or something like that?
I'm wondering if that's what's happening. And it's just really frustrating because, I want Christmas to be nice for everybody, even at my expense. Mm-hmm. Even at my expense. I want everybody to be happy. So I'm just a little bit tense about it all. Every day I go upstairs and I wrap presents and I'm like, I'm not getting it done. I'm forgetting. Who am I forgetting? What am I doing wrong? My biggest nightmare is having somebody show up with a present for me and I don't have one for them. Oh, I hate that so much. I hate it. You don't care that, do you?
We've done that before.
Done what?
Showed up and somebody has a present for us, but we don't have one for them.
Yeah, it sucks, right? Or you don't care?
No, it's not the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's not.
I wouldn't say I like to do that.
I think this is a woman thing. This has to be a woman thing. The stress.
Like I was trying to say, I wasn't being I told you so guy to Kellie. What I told her when she was having her fit in the driveway was...
Fit?
Yes, you were having an adult fit. Mm. I said, we're going to get the package. Somehow, some way, we're going to get the package. So why throw a fit? Because we're going to get it.
But you just missed that whole part about I've had 3 other packages lost, and I wasn't sure this was going to come.
Was this one lost?
This one was not. So Alan is apparently omniscient. So anything you need to know, ask Alan.
I'm omniscient and am omnipresent.
And omni-asholish.
Yes, absolutely.
Is that a clap back? A live clap back? I went against what I just said?
Nothing can compare to the last podcast.
Oh, no.
I've been called a lot of things in my life, but never that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, babe.
You've been called worse than that. You have.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, there.
Yeah,
all
probably.
right. Listen, do you get excited by a 5-star rating? It does matter when it comes to choosing your driver, a restaurant, if you're going to a beach resort. You look at those little stars. How many does it have? Our podcast, we get excited when someone leaves us a 5-star rating, right?
I do.
Ratings
Very excited.
matter.
Very excited.
And when it comes to finding healthcare, ratings matter even more. ZocDoc is an app where you can compare doctors by their ratings and also read reviews from real patients so you can find and book highly rated local doctors. All you have to do is download the free ZocDoc app. It's the easiest way to find a great doctor and instantly book an appointment. With ZocDoc, you can search for local doctors who take your insurance. You can read verified patient reviews. You can book an appointment in person or by video chat. We love telemedicine, don't we? And you never have to wait on hold with a receptionist again. That's a pain. Whether you need a primary care physician, a dentist, dermatologist, a psychiatrist, eye doctor, any specialist, ZocDoc has you covered. Go to ZocDoc.com/sandwich. Download the ZocDoc app to sign up for free. Every month, millions of people use ZocDoc. It's our go-to whenever we need to see a specialist. You should give them a try because ZocDoc makes healthcare easy.
And now's the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/sandwich and download the ZocDoc app to sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor. Many are available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/sandwich.
And I want a 5-star rating for saying ZocDoc.com every time in that little spot, and I didn't mess it up like I always do.
You didn't screw that up.
ZocDoc.com. Yay! Something's working right today. All right, so listen. Ben Affleck is promoting some movie. I forget which one it is. It's apparently supposed to be very good. Him and a little boy. I don't remember the name of it right now. So he goes on Howard Stern. And, Howard Stern, man, he's got a sweet gig. He gets paid millions and millions of dollars, and I think he does about 6 shows a year. I'm exaggerating a little, but,
Really?
He's on vacation all the time. Anyway, so during this interview...
Who's got a better gig, Howard Stern or Kellie Raspberry Evans?
Howard Stern. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you even compare the two?
Because...
He's a multi-millionaire with a multi-million-dollar contract.
You're a thousandaire and you're a regional radio superstar.
He works maybe 3 days a week.
Well,
I'm doing 2 podcasts and a Kid Cried morning show.
Dime.
Yeah. I think Howard Stern's got it better, honey.
Okay. I didn't know.
Anyway, so basically Ben Affleck, Howard asks him, he tries to go for, information about his relationship with Jennifer Lopez, which, I've been team Bennifer. I've been team Bennifer 2.0. I don't know. When he was with Jennifer Garner, I thought it was fine. It wasn't an exciting relationship to me, but I think she is the sweetest person. If you follow her on Instagram, she's so sweet. She's got such a good heart. She is one of those actresses that can proudly say, I am America's sweetheart, even though she probably would never say that about herself, but she's a good person. And when Ben, we could all see him falling apart because he was getting bloated. He was an alcoholic. He had a gambling problem. The tabloids would follow him into all these casinos. He'd come out all bleary and just bloated from the alcoholism. He cheated on her with the nanny. Remember that woman that went public? Yeah, she went public.
Lewd.
But Jennifer, because that's the father of her children, she's keeping her head up. She's not bad-mouthing Ben in the press. I believe, if I remember correctly, I don't have, it's been years. I think he was basically, how celebrities have like 2 homes on one property, like one's like a gigantic, what we live in as a regular house, would it be the guest house? If I'm not mistaken, he was living in the back guest house so they could both have access to the kids. And then after they'd been separated for several years, it took him forever to finally get around to filing for divorce. She's the one that went and got his drunk butt up out of his house, put him in the back seat of the car, drove him through the Jack in the Box drive-through for one last, jumbo jack before she checked him into rehab, and he finally got his act together and got sober.
Hey, it was a jumbo jack.
I'm just guessing, honey. I don't know what he ordered.
Oh.
So anyway, he goes on Howard Stern and basically says Jennifer Garner is the reason he was a drunk. That he was not happy in his marriage.
It's not very nice.
I know. I was so mad. He said he wasn't happy in his marriage, that he felt trapped because of the kids. And so his solution to that was to drink a bottle of scotch and sleep on the couch. And if he was still married to Jennifer Garner today, he said he would still be drinking today. That burned me up, one side and down the other. Because, all that stuff I just told you, he's not accepting accountability. A lot of people aren't necessarily happy in their marriages. They don't turn into big bloated gambling alcoholics who drink a bottle of scotch and sleep on the couch and then go say it on a syndicated satellite whatever radio show about the mother of their children. I just thought that was really wrong. And when I said that, I talked about on the Kid Craddock show this morning, Anna was like, yeah, she agreed with me. And the guys in the room were like, well, you can understand how somebody, if they're feeling trapped in a marriage. I'm like, yeah, but you do something more constructive than that, right? Anyway, there was a woman, her name is Maureen Callahan, and she writes.
May I interject something? I wouldn't take up for him. I don't know if the guys taking up for him.
They were just saying they can understand how somebody can feel really trapped in a marriage, an unhappy marriage.
Yeah, okay.
But he's blaming her.
Okay, so take the names Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, and
Jennifer
Garner out of this, and just put a microscope on some random bar in Plano, Texas, USA, and there's a guy sitting there with another guy. And the guy is divorced, and he's talking to his guy friend, and he says, you know what? If I was still married to my ex-wife, I bet I'd probably still be a drunk. And he takes a shot there, too. It's just...
Was the ex-wife the one that kept her mouth shut and tried to keep the alcoholic dad, not looking bad in the eyes of his children? Did the ex-wife drive him and check him into rehab and stand by him through all of that?
I don't know what she did.
See,
I don't know what she did and
also,
didn't do. I don't know.
That's also a one-on-one conversation in a bar and not on a hugely successful public platform where Jennifer Garner has kept her mouth shut. It made me mad.
True.
So anyway, Maureen Callahan, she writes for the New York Post, and she said it's so much better than I just did. And it's not a hugely long article, but Alan, I hope you'll let me read it because I think she puts it, she just says what I tried to say, but a whole lot better because she's a professional.
Let's hear it.
Her headline is Ben Affleck's cruelty knows no limits after terrible Jennifer Garner insult. And if you go on Twitter and stuff, just search Ben Affleck on Twitter right now and see what people have to say. I haven't found one person sticking up for him. Not
They're letting
one.
him have it?
Everybody's really mad.
So he said it publicly, but he's paying for it publicly.
Especially, with Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever. I've never been through that program, but I think part of it is taking accountability for your actions. And by saying, I was unhappy in my marriage to Jennifer, I felt trapped in my marriage to Jennifer, I'd still be drinking if I was married to Jennifer. That's putting the accountability not on him. All right, so she said, this is the thanks Jennifer Garner gets after saving ex-husband Ben Affleck, who can ever forget that furious Jack in the Box en route to rehab paparazzi shot. Affleck says that he probably still would have been drinking had he stayed married to her, the mother of his 3 children. Wow. Nope. Not enough that Affleck's conducting a very smug public romance with ex-fiancée Jennifer Lopez, making Garner look like the runner-up and Lopez the one who got away. Nor was it enough that Affleck humiliated then-wife Garner when he finally won his Oscar for Argo, the Oscar he won largely because she cleaned up his image from dissolute gambler, drunk, and womanizer into wholesome family man by telling the world in his acceptance speech that marriage to Garner was work. This is the cruelest post-divorce interview since Brad Pitt blamed ex-wife Jennifer Aniston in Parade magazine for his deep unhappiness and subsequent affair with Angelina Jolie. Quote, it became very clear to me that I wasn't living an interesting life myself, Pitt said in 2011. I think that my marriage had something to do with it, trying to pretend the marriage was something that it wasn't. As Nora Ephron once said, never marry a man you wouldn't want to be divorced from. Here's Affleck on Tuesday's Howard Stern show. Quote, part of why I started drinking was that I was trapped, he said. I was like, I can't leave because of my kids, but I'm not happy. What do I do? Yes, Affleck couldn't leave because of his children, whose mother, and yes, by extension, his children, he continues to humiliate. Affleck and Garner's kids are 16, 12, and 9 years old. They've already suffered through their father's gambling and drinking, the nanny that he cheated on, Lindsay Shookus, the SNL producer, that big back tattoo. Have you seen the big Phoenix
Nothing wrong
rising?
with a back tattoo.
Right.
That didn't need to be in there. So he has a tattoo. So what?
But these heartless comments might be the worst yet. Just when you think celebrities can't get more out of touch, they do. Ben Affleck, out promoting his awards bait movie, The Tender Bar, that's the movie I couldn't remember, clearly thinks he's running a great Oscar campaign. One of his talking points is how great a dad he is. The most important thing is being a good father, he recently told the Wall Street Journal. I think the most important literal or metaphorical autobiography anybody could ever write is written on the hearts of their children. But then here's Affleck days later to Stern on his marriage, driving him to drink. I drank a bottle of scotch and fell asleep on the couch, which turned out not to be the solution. We had a marriage that didn't work. This happens. She's somebody I love and respect, but to whom I shouldn't be married any longer. This is also mean, cold, and unnecessary, especially since Garner has been so open about how desperately she wanted their marriage to work and how heartbroken she was by its demise. She told Vanity Fair in 2015, he's the love of my life. This was 1 year after their split. What am I going to do about that? He's the most brilliant person in any room, the most charismatic. I always say, when his sun shines on you, you feel it. But when the sun is shining elsewhere, it's cold. He can cast quite a shadow. That's one way of putting it.
Okay, so he's acted like an asshole in the past. He went on Howard Stern. He said a bunch of assholish things. So what's the deal?
I'm just mad.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it.
It's not very nice. Those aren't very nice. Those aren't very nice things to say. But why
There's
is this?
nothing we can do about it.
Why is this such a controversy? I guess
because everybody's sticking up for America's sweetheart, and I don't think it's fair to blame Jennifer Lopez for any of this because she didn't break up Ben and Jen's marriage. And she was there before. I don't think there was any cross-pollination or whatever you call, but I'm wondering what the conversation is between all three of them now after this. It'll be very interesting to see, because now tomorrow, FYI, by the time this podcast drops on Thursday, December 16th, Ben Affleck is recording an interview on the Kelly Clarkson show, which I'm assuming will air on Friday. So it'll be interesting to see the damage control he tries to do. So make sure y'all check that out on the Kelly Clarkson show. Check your local listings.
So all we know about Jennifer Garner in this marriage is she was wholesome. A saint. She drove him to Whataburger and he was drunk
Jack
in the back
box.
seat.
Get it right,
whatever.
Alan.
That's what we know?
See, this is why I can't do celebrity gossip with Alan, because he just doesn't care.
I care. That's why I'm asking questions. If I didn't care, I'd be asleep right now.
He does not care. What do you want to know, honey?
I want to know how she was in the marriage.
She was great. She was a saint.
How do we know that?
Because I'm telling you.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me on that.
Okay. One thing I know is there's always two sides to the pancake.
This is not the time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Not the time.
I'm not saying that...
We're team Jennifer Garner.
I'm not saying Ben Affleck's a good guy.
And I'm team Jennifer Lopez.
Those are some asshole-ish things he said and did. But
Yes.
there's always two sides to the pancake.
No, not always. Not always.
Always.
Nope. Anyway, moving on, because Alan is obviously done. I need to have my girlfriend sit around and do a separate podcast where we can dive into this more thoroughly.
Y'all can beat up Ben Affleck all you want, sure. We beat him up.
I beat him up.
I called him an asshole 28
You
times.
sat there and tried to say he has a side to the story when he obviously doesn't.
Why is it that celebrities are always being lewd with their nannies? Didn't Schwarzenegger do that too?
I think it's a matter of, accessibility, easy access.
Did they always hire hot nannies or something?
Well, I mean, I'm not being disrespectful, but if Arnold Schwarzenegger's nanny was not like a hot piece of butt.
A hot piece of what?
Oh, you were
a
say
hot
A.
piece of butt?
I didn't want to say A. She wasn't to the typical, but that's not why, people always assume that when a man has an affair, she's so hot and so, attractive. And it's not about how they look as it is about how they make the man feel. Mm-hmm. She made the man feel, sexy and desirable, and stroked his ego and stroked something else, and ended up giving Arnold Schwarzenegger a baby. But the thing with, I think nannies are just easy accessibility in a lot of cases. That's my hot take on that.
Okay.
What matters most when it comes to a wine? Is it the taste, the vintage, the price? These are all very important
I think they're
things,
all important.
obviously. But what about the story behind the wine, the people who make it, the ones who, the stories that are told with friends while you enjoy the wine? You deserve those things too. And I would like to introduce you to one of my favorites, the Prisoner Wine Company. I received my very first bottle of the Prisoner Red Blend a few years ago from the very famous Matthew Hussey, the author of Get the Guy. I read his book. I loved him so much. I said to Kid Craddock, we have to get him on the Kid Craddock Morning Show. He came on. We actually tried to do a little syndicated radio show together a while back. But that Christmas when we were working together, he sent me the Prisoner Red Blend. And it was so nice. I thought it was such a beautiful, elegant gift. The bottle is gorgeous. It's got Francisco Goya's artwork on the label. The shape and the weight of the bottle feel great in your hand. Everything about the presentation is beautiful. But of course, the taste, it's just so amazing. And I love that the Prisoner Wine Company insists on doing things differently. Like 20 years ago when they decided to combine some of California's best and most unusual grape varieties to make a bold, complex blend, their namesake wine, the Prisoner Red Blend, which was my first experience. It's honestly my favorite. And now the Prisoner Wine Company will ship all of their rule-bending blends like the Prisoner Red Blend, the Prisoner Chardonnay, and Thorn Merlot direct to your door. I was excited when I found out the Prisoner Wine Company was going to be a sponsor of our podcast because it truly is something I've enjoyed for years, not just for myself, but giving it as a gift. It's wonderful for the holidays or whenever you need a hostess gift. The Prisoner is one of Napa Valley's most recognized red blends. And the Prisoner Wine Company has been featured in Wine Spectator, Forbes, Food and Wine. You've got to experience these wines for yourself. Try one bottle. You'll taste and see that the Prisoner Wine Company is good.
Go to theprisonerwine.com/ASASL for 20% off plus shipping included on your first purchase. Get it in time for the holidays. This is the best deal they have available. Get 20% off plus shipping included at theprisonerwine.com/ASASL. That's theprisonerwine.com/ASASL. Offer valid on first-time online orders only for U.S. residents of legal drinking age through 12/31/2021. Other exclusions may apply. Please enjoy wines responsibly.
Thank you. I wish I was enjoying a glass right now. Instead, I'm drinking water.
Love prisoner
I do
wine.
too.
You love them a lot.
I do. I really do.
Spent some time on that one.
I do.
Yeah, you did. Okay, babe. What do we got? You want to do some letters?
Your letters.
Got a few letters here. First letter is from Alicia. Subject: a cure for Kellie. Hey, Kellie and Alan.
Hey.
Listener number 46 again. I know Kellie suffers from mouth irritation all the time, and I have a cure. Tell her to buy a supplement called lysine. It's amazing and shortens the healing time. It usually works within 48 hours or less. She can take it daily to prevent irritation and cold sores as well.
Yeah,
it's
I
also
need to.
cheap, and I know she'll love that. Wishing you guys a very Merry Christmas. Love, Alicia.
You're right, Alicia. I've been told that so many times. I'll be honest. I am the worst pill taker in the world,
Yeah.
and my husband can attest to that.
That's true.
I'm really bad at it. But you're right. Lysine.
She is right.
Magnesium. I've been told to take all sorts of things. Magnesium
Really?
helps for your regularity. I've been told to take all that stuff. Zinc, elderberry.
You take any of it?
Every once in a while, I will.
But you don't take it.
Not regularly.
I remember
I'm not a very good pill taker. I'm just not.
We had one of our very, very best customers, the beautiful Hannah Herb, who is also a nurse, tell us you should put something on your lip. I forget what it was.
Oh, it was a
cold sore, or not cold sore.
I don't know the name. It was a over the counter.
Yeah, and I mentioned this to you, and I said, she's a nurse. She probably knows what she's.
I went and
talking
got
about.
it.
You did,
but it didn't have the one. I couldn't get the one that she. It was like a dot, like a sticker or something that you put on it. But they didn't have that anymore. Now it was a liquid, so it was like it was almost like Compound W, like you put it on your wart. It was like a drop you put on your canker sore. So it wasn't the same thing. I couldn't find the one she was talking about, but it was the same name, just a different variety of it.
Okay. But the net of this discussion is you're just...
I'm terrible at taking pills.
So should people stop trying to help you?
No, I love people trying to help. I appreciate it. Maybe someday somebody will say something that I've never heard before, but it's a matter of me, hearing it enough times to do it.
Kind of like your husband.
What's like my husband?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just heard you say something a lot and do it, and it reminded me of
you. It reminded you of you.
Okay, this next letter is from. I don't know if I'm supposed to mention the name on this one, so I'm not going to. This one is from Leah. Subject: ask Alan or Kellie anything. Ask Alan or Kellie anything. I have a blended family issue. I have two girls, 21 and 26. My husband has 3 kids. His oldest is 34, engaged, and lives out of state. My husband never married the mom of his first child because they were very young at the time she was born. His two other kids for his ex-wife.
Or from. Probably just a typo.
Are from his ex-wife.
Right. So he has one never married, and then 2 with his ex-wife, and now they're married.
You keeping all this straight?
Yep.
They are 25, single, and 28, married with 3 kids, and lives with his mom. Whew. For the first time in 34 years, his oldest child will be coming over for Christmas Day. His 2 younger children usually always spend every holiday with their mom. We've been married for 10 years, and this will be the first year that they ever come over for Christmas Day.
So just the oldest, or all of them are coming?
For the first time in 34 years, his oldest child will be coming over for Christmas.
So not the other 2. Okay.
His 2 younger children usually always spend every holiday with their mom.
So maybe they're coming too, and she just, okay.
We've been married for 10 years, and this will be the first year that they ever come over for Christmas Day.
Okay, so they're all coming.
I'm super excited. We usually celebrate Christmas with his kids on December 26th and spend Christmas Day with my youngest. Now, for my kids, my 21-year-old is living with us while she's going to college. She loves hanging out with my husband and I, and she's the only one who hangs out with us on most holidays. My oldest just got married in January. She's been with her husband for 4 years, and she spends every holiday with his family.
Oh.
When she dated her previous boyfriend, she always hung out with his family for the holiday. So this Christmas, we will have 4 of our kids and their families over for Christmas lunch, but not my daughter.
Okay.
This makes me want to cry. She lives 25 minutes away. My husband tells me to leave this issue alone and not address it. I will probably address this issue with my daughter, but my words usually don't come out very nice. How do you suggest I handle this issue with my daughter or blended families? I really shouldn't be complaining because I have a wonderful husband who spoils me. He even took me for a weekend to Dallas to hang out with y'all in November. I think I have him convinced, if I can take time off work, to make it to a podcast vacation. I'm super blessed to have such a wonderful marriage, but I've always dreamed of having a large family together for any holiday. Am I being selfish or childish? Thank you for your time. Love listening to y'all.
Well, I don't think you're being selfish or childish to want everybody together, but have you invited her? I mean, the habit has become for the daughter not to be there, and it was like that for years. And so she's just doing what she's always done. Your husband's saying don't address it, but have you even invited her? That would be my question. So what's the harm in inviting her? She may say, no, sorry, Mom, we've already made other plans, but at least you have extended the invitation. And it doesn't have to be a big, heavy thing. You just say, hey, Susie, for the first time ever, all your half siblings or whatever, they're all going to be under one roof on Christmas Day. This is a Christmas miracle. And it wouldn't be the same if you couldn't join us. It would be just like a true blessing if for one time we can have everybody here on Christmas Day. Is there any way you can make it happen? Just see what happens. But then if she does not show up, then it's just the same as it's always been. Mm-hmm. And you can have your feelings hurt, and you're very validated in having your feelings hurt. But are you going to let that ruin the day with everybody else who is there?
Yeah.
So hopefully you can put that on a shelf with the elf on the shelf and deal with that, later. But invite her. Right?
I think that's good advice, babe. I don't have a lot to add to that. I think what your advice is spot on.
Now, what if she has already invited her and she said, no, Mom, I'm not coming?
Well, like you said, that's how it's been. I mean, they extended an olive branch, right? I mean,
yeah.
what do you do?
It's
She's
hard.
an adult. She's 25.
Yeah, but she said that she's been doing this for years, even with the last guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's like when you have divorced families, blended families, holidays are just hard.
They're wheels off.
They're hard. Where do you go? What do you do? And
they can be wheels off. I'm not going to say they're wheels off for everybody. They can be wheels off.
You make the best of the situation.
You do. You make the best of it. Exactly. You make the best. Our holidays, I mean, if you follow us on social media, you'll see that, our entire family's not together for the holidays.
And it's one day. Why, we put so much emphasis on Christmas. I'm guilty of that too. It's like, but you have 364 other days of the year that you can get everybody together.
That's
right?
true, but I think a lot of people,
it is the holiday,
myself included, look at Christmas and they grew up.
I know.
They grew up with an image of Christmas as a child.
But it's not like that
with their entire family together.
It's just not like that.
And everything was fun and easy. And when you get older, it's different.
Well, when you're the adult and you're responsible for all of it, it's way different.
Right.
Whether you're in a blended family or not, the magic of Christmas.
Right.
But yeah, it's just getting harder and harder. So if it doesn't work out for Christmas, then when Susie is available to come over and visit, just do a big family reunion then.
Who's Susie?
I called her Susie earlier because I don't know the daughter's name.
Oh. You could say Padme.
I called her Susie.
Okay.
That's what I chose.
Okay.
Did you say you had 3 letters?
You trying to rush me through my letters?
Oh, I thought you were just wrapping up.
This letter is from Mark. It says, violently shaking paper. Hello, Alan and Kellie. You're welcome.
Hello.
You're welcome, Alan. See, he's doing bits. Bear with me as I will hop around here. I am back to ask about the Hello Hand story.
Oh my goodness.
There is still a lot of references, but no juicy story for us. Are you trying to gyp the listener? Mark, Hello Hand is one of those stories that I just can't tell it on the podcast. That I have to mime things. I have to do different. I have to do a lot of setup. It's
a lot of affectations.
Yeah, it's a lot of. What am I? There's a lot of acting involved too. It's a lot better.
It's like a one-man show.
Yeah, just about.
So
it's
here's the deal.
It's a lot better in person.
If you ask him in person, if you ever are in person with Alan, he will happily share it with you.
Yes. But let me tell you something, Mark. It is lewd. And that's one of the reasons I can't tell it on the podcast, because I don't talk like that. Mark goes on to say, my wife and I are in the process of preparing to sell our house and build a new one. Do you have any recommendations or tips when it comes to building? We would like to have 2 kids over the years, starting soon, hopefully. So I would love your recommendations since you have kids in the house. We're trying to figure out the appropriate amount of space needed for the future. Well, gosh, good question, Mark. I can tell you, let's see, in a prior lifetime, I did build a house, and it was about a 2,200 square foot house, if I remember, 2,400 square feet. It was an upstairs, downstairs, and we were preparing to have 2 kids. So at the time, we felt like, oh my gosh, that's plenty of room. You know, it's got an extra bedroom, like a mother-in-law room or whatever, or mother, a
so it's a 4-bedroom.
Grandparents' room. Yeah, it was a 4-bedroom. So that's what I did. But I tell you what, I would never, ever, 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 ever in a million years build another house because of the experience. Because of the experience with the first one.
Why? What went wrong?
I wouldn't want to jeopardize my marriage to Kelly.
What went wrong?
The builders, they always take way, way longer.
Yeah, you have to take that into that's the big thing.
Than they promise. They say, we can have this thing thrown up in 4 months.
No, it'll be double it.
No, it'll be a year. It'll be a year.
Double it if you're lucky.
And that's what happened.
Well, here's my tips. If you are going to build anyway, no matter, despite Alan's warning, I think it's important. If this is going to be your one and only forever home, it'd be really great because you don't know if you're going to have a boy and a girl, 2 boys, 2 girls, whatever. Make sure each kid has their own bathroom. That's a big deal as they get older. When they're young, it doesn't matter. But as they get older, having their separate bathrooms is a huge deal. If you can do it, get a walk-in attic. A walk-in attic. I had a house with a walk-in attic before. I almost cried tears of joy every time I had to go into it. I loved a walk-in attic. We don't have that in this house. It makes me sad. I think we think we've determined that Emma Kellie's room used to be the walk-in attic and they converted it into a bedroom and a bathroom. We think that used to be the walk-in attic. And I really regret that.
I'd make sure you had a decent sized yard.
A yard. Yeah, a yard's a good deal. You know, it depends
on what... when you have 2 kids, you're going to have a dog too.
Yeah, typically you want to have some room for them to pee and run around. What else would I suggest for the house of your dreams? Make sure that you have, let me tell you, the house I moved into before, when I met Alan, I bought it with the intention I'm going to get married one day. And I wasn't paying attention when I was looking at the house and bought it. It didn't have a linen closet. The entire house did not have a linen closet. And I did not realize that until after I'd moved in. There was no linen closet. It was crazy. Make sure you have plenty of linen closets, a nice sized pantry. Our pantry in this house, again, leaves a lot to be desired. If you want a happy wife, make sure you have a big laundry room because she's going to spend a lot of time in there. And she needs to have the laundry room of her dreams. I know that sounds silly, but those are if I could have my dream home, it'd have a big laundry room, walk-in attic, everybody gets their own bathrooms, big pantry, and lots of electrical outlets. Make sure that you go in the room and you visualize where you need outlets because there's nothing worse than having an extension cord running across the whole wall because there's only one outlet in the room.
So Mark, I said yard. That question was for me, but that's okay.
Oh, I get into that.
That's all right. No, those are good. Those are good. Those are good ones.
What would you wish that was different about this house if you could change something?
This house?
I would have I already told you what I'd have. Walk-in attic, bigger laundry room,
maybe
a better pantry.
A flat driveway so I could put a basketball goal up.
A bigger and longer one too.
Yeah, maybe a
Not a lot
longer.
of room there.
But ours is really hilly.
Sloped.
Yeah, sloped. And then maybe, I love our backyard. In fact, that's what sold me on the house.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe an area where there's enough room to like throw the ball. We have a cul-de-sac out front, so we
Yeah.
can throw the ball all day. But
usually people are
sometimes you
parking
want
it
to
too.
sometimes you just want to go in the backyard. So anyway, I don't know if that helped, Mark. He goes on in his letter, you changing your voice is my favorite thing ever.
Oh,
With that being said, I would love for you to make a year-end compilation with all of your voice-changing moments, along with Kellie refusing to change her voice. Sin Galvan, you hear that one?
she cannot edit all the podcasts together
She
like
absolutely
that.
can. She told me that this is her creative outlet.
Goodness gracious, we got to start paying that girl
Nope,
something.
this is a
An
unpaid
internship.
internship until we start seeing some results.
Alan, that's terrible.
No, Sin's killing it, man. She's doing a great job. Alan, wow, this is the Alan Mark
I'll
show
just sit
here.
back and let you finish this.
Alan, on one of your episodes, you had the challenge you challenged the live studio audience to sneak words into the conversation with Kellie.
To give you words to sneak in?
Yeah. So he gives me 2 words that I will sneak into a future podcast. Thanks. You're a very mediocre customer. Can't claim to be the best. P.S. Kellie, what are some of your favorite boy names?
Oh, boy names? Oh, gosh, you caught me off guard there. Oh, because you're thinking of having a boy? Well, it has a lot to do with the last name it's going to be paired with. I think that's very important.
Yes.
Because you could have a beautiful first name, but it doesn't work with the last name. So that would be helpful. I like classic names. I love the name Christian. I think that's a pretty name for a boy. I love the name. I have, oh gosh, you caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. What's some of oh gosh, Alan, what do you like for boys' names? I'm just drawing a complete
Cole,
blank.
Dylan.
Yeah, Cole and Dylan. I mean, we could use our boys' names. I'm trying to think if we had to have another boy, what we'd name him.
Frank.
No.
Why?
Why would you name your baby Frank?
No, well, you name him Francisco or
Francisco?
Yeah, and then you call him Frank. You know, if we ever get another dog, Frank. So we have Larry and Frank.
Well, I thought you and Larry were going to take a long walk. You're assuming Larry's going to outlive Zoe?
That's like, I told Kellie the other day, I said, like in a mafia movie, you know how they tell the guy just to get in the car, we're going to go take a drive? I told Kellie, I'm going to take Larry, just Larry and I, we're going to go for a long walk. I was kidding. Mm-hmm. It was a joke.
But you just, by saying you wanted Larry and Frank, that implies Zoe's not in the picture.
No, Zoe's always in the picture.
Always in the picture.
Yeah, how about a black schnauzer named Frank?
I think black schnauzers are pretty. I think our schnauzer's pretty, the classic colors.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel so bad now. I've left you hanging on boys' names.
Well, just start naming some. I'll name some. Oliver.
Oliver's okay. I like that okay. It's not my favorite.
Lawrence.
No.
Then you call him Larry.
My cousins, they're in the South. Their boys' names.
Charles.
It does help to have, I like classic Southern boys' names.
Charles.
Charles is fine. Hampton, Hayes, James. I'm trying to think of cousins' names that are so pretty.
Okay, but if you're James, are you Jim, Jimmy,
No,
Jimbo?
No, you're just James. You have to make sure
Jamie.
you stick with that.
Which one are you?
I remember I grew up with a boy named Robert, and I work with him, Robert. We call him Robert.
Bob, Bobby.
No, we don't. It's always Robert.
Roberto.
It's Robert. I like that.
True. One of my best friends' name's Robert. We'll call him Bob.
Well, you do, but you can also,
Who actually told me the Hello Hand story.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I like those names. I'll work on it and get back to you on that. Maybe I'll private message you later.
Emerson.
Emerson's a girl's name to me.
Okay.
All right. So look, I've been having issues because I've ordered from people who obviously did not work with Stamps.com.
Stamps.com.
And my stuff's just floating around somewhere. But if they had these small businesses, gone with Stamps.com and the built-in tracking tools, I'd know exactly where all my packages are, and I bet they'd be right here with me now. If you're looking for ways to skip the trip to the post office and dodge all the hectic holiday shopping traffic, why not save time and money and know where your stuff is with Stamps.com? Stamps.com lets you compare rates, print labels, and access exclusive discounts on UPS, U.S. Postal Service rates too, and all their services all year long, not just during the holidays. Stamps.com Stamps.com makes sense, especially if your business sends more mail and packages during the holidays. Whether you're selling online, you're running an office, or a side hustle, Stamps.com saves you so much time, money, and stress. Access all the post office and UPS shipping services you need without taking that trip. Get discounts you can't find anywhere else, like up to 40% off the U.S. Postal Service rates and up to 76% off UPS. How do they keep negotiating new deals like that? That number keeps going up and up.
They're good business people.
Going to the post office instead of using Stamps.com, it's kind of like taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Why would you want to do that? Listen, if you spend more than a few minutes a week dealing with mail and shipping, Stamps.com is a lifesaver. You're going to save so much time and money. You're going to wonder why you didn't listen to us and start doing it sooner.
Save time and money this holiday season with Stamps.com. Sign up with promo code SANDWICH for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in SANDWICH. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code SANDWICH.
Thank you, Stamps.com.
Love Stamps.com.
Long time. That's an OG sponsor of this podcast.
Yeah, they are. How about Theodore?
I know a lot of people are using those names, and I don't want to disparage them or
Would you be
anything.
Theo, Teddy, or Ted?
I would go with probably Teddy as a little kid, but then Theo maybe. Theo probably.
How about
I
Bartholomew?
know Leo has become a very popular
That's
little
Leonardo.
boy's name.
How about
Just Leo.
Bartholomew?
No.
Then you could be Bart.
I went to school. I went to college, and I know a lot of people in my hometown of Florence, South Carolina, listen to the podcast. Does anybody know what happened to Bart Manley? I went to school with Bart Manley at Francis Marion University.
His mama called him Bartholomew Manley.
Bart Manley. I don't know what happened to him. I also went out with a guy named Kip.
I had a very good friend named Kip.
I've dated more Kevins. Kevin, I
Kipley.
think.
That's a Kipley.
Yeah, or Kipton. I just knew a Kip. Kip's also a nickname, right? I think I've dated a couple of Kevins. I dated a Sam.
My man.
Yeah.
Sam I am.
And you're the only Alan.
Well, that's good.
Out of the names I've dated.
What other names? Oh,
It really does get to you too, right?
Drawing a blank too. Well, I'm trying to think of the ones where they have like 28 nicknames. Those are the ones that whoop me. Like James. I mean, there's literally 5 or 6 ways to call a guy named James.
Or Richard.
Well, let's go through those.
Well, see, I have a cousin named Richard, and let me tell you, we only call him Richard.
Richard.
It's how the
Rich,
family.
Richie.
Dick. I mean, go ahead and say it. That's one of them.
What is it?
Like Dick Clark, Dick Cavett.
Okay.
But we did not call it. He was Richard now, or is Richard. He's still with us. My Uncle Malcolm, though, they called him Mac. And that's a cool, strong name. My cousin had a son, and his name is Mac. It's not Malcolm, it's Mac.
I had somebody call me a Richard Cranium one time.
I have another friend. Her son is Mackay, and they call him Mac as a nickname. Mac. That's a good, strong name for a boy. I like names with a punch for a boy.
I have a friend named Mackenzie, and we called her Mac.
Yeah. Well, Mac's typically it would be a boy's name though.
Mackenzie?
Mac.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good, strong name with a punch to it. I like that.
Mac?
Mm-hmm.
That's a last name.
No, it's not. I just told you 2 people I know that have the name Mac.
I know a guy that has it as his last name.
There you go. Big Al. But I like Hayes too. Hayes is kind of cool. Hayes. My cousin Hayes. Anyway.
How about Harrison?
Harrison's fine, but I think everybody will call him Harry, right? It depends on, you as a parent. You say, no, his name is Harry. Or Harrison. His name is Harrison.
Harry. Would he be Harry?
Harrison Ford.
Yep.
Do his friends call him Harry? I don't know.
Okay, bet. Food for thought.
And also looking at last names, like in the family tree. Those are cool too. Because Ford, like if Ford is a family name, Ford could be a great first name.
Yeah.
My mother Price's daughter named her son Price because she wanted the family name. She married somebody whose last name was Maddox, but she liked the name. She wanted to honor her maiden name, so she named her son Price Maddox.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So taking a last name and using it as a first name is cool.
Right.
All right, we're done with that.
Yeah. We've talked
We have
about
stomped on that.
we talked about names for quite a bit. But there you go. There's some names to consider.
There's a bunch of them there.
Bunch of good ones out there.
I feel like I was clawing my way out of a hole, and I feel like I finally am up for air now.
There you go, babe. I used to look at the lists, but people love lists. But I didn't. I haven't looked at those name lists in a long time.
Well, people still send me because I love naming things. I really do. I think it's fun, and people will DM me and they'll ask me to name stuff, but I need some time to sit with it for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Okay, babe. Well, good. Got anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, schedule for next week. We're going to drop a podcast, maybe a Christmas version or something.
Maybe tune in, but we probably will. But we do hope everybody hopefully has a wonderful Christmas and that the rest of it is much more stress-free than it has been to this point.
Yeah. It'll all get done, babe. I'm sure every Christmas that we've been together has been wonderful. You do such a great job.
I try really
for
hard.
Everybody. Everybody's always happy. The children are always happy. I'm always happy. The family's always happy. It seems like everything you do
everybody's happy but me.
turns to gold. Why aren't you happy? I try to make your Christmas nice too.
Stressful. It'll be fine. We'll get it done. And the most important thing is a sandwich and some loving. We've made the decision. We have made the decision. We had a big committee meeting. All the powers that be are all on board. We've decided that we're going to do the podcast again in 2022.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't know I had a choice.
Well, yeah, we had the big committee meeting.
Oh, yes.
With the board of directors, and we decided moving forward.
Hey, let's have hey, Sean, get in here. Let's have a review on these podcasts. All right, let's see. We got Chatty Daddies. We got Miscellaneous. What else we got? What's that
On
one?
Cloud Wine.
We got On Cloud Wine. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Those are good. Okay, what about
Loose Lips and Childbearing Hips?
Yeah, we got Loose Lips and Childbearing Hips.
Logically Irrational.
Logically Irrational. Yeah, we're going to do that one too.
Weekly Dose of BS.
Hey, boss man.
Yes.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, El Presidente.
Yeah, me and boss man have been talking about your co-host.
Alan?
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's just keep this in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, Kelly, we have some concerns.
What, boss man?
Well,
What, El Presidente?
well, I tell you what. We think you should maybe move in a different creative direction.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, and I don't know how you want to break this to Alan, but
I'll just rip the Band-Aid
I'll
off.
just call the asshole. I'll tell him.
Yeah.
What's his number?
Rip the Band-Aid off,
Yeah,
boss
okay.
man.
You're fired, asshole.
yeah, Kelly. George, I don't think we should do that. Kelly, would you please tell him we're not asking him to come back in 2022.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A solo podcast, just me?
Well, I tell you what, Kelly. I was going to nip it in the bud, but you decide. We're going to leave this decision up to you.
Ah, you sure about that, Sean?
Yeah. I think Kelly should decide.
Wow. Thank you both for giving me the respect that I've earned. Thank you.
Wow. So I
Wow.
heard that's how it went down.
That was pretty fascinating.
You said you had a board of directors meeting.
Pretty fascinating watching that turn of accents.
Okay, the last couple of minutes, I mentioned a dad fail. Dad fail of the century.
Oh, we almost forgot to get to it.
Yeah, I know. Dad fail of the century. So last week, I saw Dylan,
Our 9-year-old.
nine-year-old, we had him
Thursday.
We didn't have
It
him.
wasn't our weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so we saw him Thursday. And Dylan asked me, he goes, Daddy, can you have lunch with me on stage at school on Monday? And I said, yeah, sure, bud.
That's the way they do it in the lunchroom. There's a raised stage, and if a parent comes in, you sit at a table on the stage. That's what that means.
Yeah. So I told him I could, but then something came up, or you and I had something to do, and he called me, and I said, buddy, I'm not going to be able to do Monday, but I can do Tuesday. And he goes, okay, Daddy. He goes, yeah, I want to have lunch with you on Tuesday. And I said, okay, bud. The next thing I did, I went online and I signed up at his school website to have lunch with him. And it blocks me out of space. You know, you can only have
Because they only have so many spaces.
right. You can only have so many people on stage with their kids. So then Tuesday comes around, and his lunch is at 11:30. I was working that morning at home. I was doing some social media stuff, and then I had to run to our post office, as we do just about every day. And as I'm driving my truck to the post office, I see on my screen, my truck screen Bluetooth, Dylan Evans.
What time was it?
11:35.
Oh, my.
He's calling me. And I'm like, son of a... And I just slapped my head.
Because he's sitting on that stage.
Because he's walking in the lunchroom at that moment. Guys, he has a little watch that he's able to make calls on. He can only make calls to like 5...
Family.
Yeah, family, 5 people. But he called me, and I pick it up, and I'm like, buddy. He goes, Daddy, where are you? And I said, Bud. I said, I couldn't even speak. I said, buddy, I am so sorry. He goes, Daddy, I thought we were going to have lunch today. And his little voice on the other end of the phone, his little voice, Daddy, I thought you were going to meet me for lunch. And I said, buddy, I am sorry. I said, I will make it up to you. I said, I'll see you Thursday after your practice. I'll take you anywhere you want to eat. And he's just like, okay.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. And I said, I am so sorry. I could hear people in the background because he's in the lunchroom, and I'm 30 minutes from Alan.
Yeah, there's no way.
I can't get to where he is. So I got off the phone with him, and I was just apologized. I apologized. About 10 minutes later, he calls me back. So now it's about 11:45, and he goes, Daddy, why couldn't you come today? And I just didn't have an answer. I just said, buddy, I didn't want to say I forgot. I just said, I just got caught doing some other things, and I couldn't make it. That's all I could say. And he goes, okay. And he said, can we go to Buffalo Wild Wings on Thursday? And I said, yeah, we can definitely do that. I'll take you anywhere you want to go on Thursday. So I felt so horrible, like a POS dad. I said, I got to do something. So I know what time he gets off the bus at his bus stop. So I drove all the way to Allen that afternoon. I went to Starbucks, the Starbucks that he and I go to all the time. He likes these Snowman cookies. I bought him a Snowman cookie. And then I went to the bus stop. I got there at about 2:55. He gets off the bus at 3. So I was sitting there. Actually, I was on my motorcycle, and because I know he likes that. So he got off the bus and he saw me, and his face lit up and he waved and he ran over to where I was. And I said, hey, I got you a Snowman cookie. I said, I'm sorry, buddy. I missed you for lunch, but I got you this cookie. And he was really happy about that.
That's good.
Yeah. So I guess it ended up okay, but I just felt like the biggest piece of crap.
Well, parents,
I don't know
screw
how
up.
I just totally forgot that,
You didn't put it in your phone. You didn't put it in your reminder.
I
That's
know.
what happened. If we don't put stuff down, we forget. And if we don't write it down, we forget. It's just things happen. The best you can do is apologize to your kid and let them know that parents make mistakes too. We're not perfect. And that's it. That's all you can do.
Usually I'm pretty good about that because he asked me to go to lunch a lot, and I go. And
it's not like anytime the kids ask you to get up and play with them, do anything, you always do it. So it's not like they are used to, well, Dad just disappointed me again. This is very unusual. That's why you'll be forgiven very easily. If it becomes a pattern, that's a different thing.
I'll tell
he
knows.
You what. You always say yes to him. It's fine.
You know how Dylan is. That's not the phone. That's not the phone call you want to take.
I know. Dylan knows the power he possesses in his dimples, in his little eyes, in his voice, and he uses that power often for good.
I guess what got me was I've sat on that stage before, and I'm always early.
Yeah.
So
you know how excited he is.
So I watch the kids come in. They come in a line, and the different classes come in, and some of Dylan's friends, they see me, and I wave to them. They wave to me. It's kind of cool. But when he comes in, I can see him peering. He's peering in the cafeteria windows to see if I'm sitting up there. So I can just imagine that kid.
Yeah.
That day.
I know.
And
you hate to disappoint
I already
kids.
screwed him on Monday.
I know.
And then he's probably like, what? Where is he?
I know. But honestly, Alan, that's such a rare thing.
I
You're
know.
fine. You're fine. And
like
he got a cookie out of the deal.
I know. But
I
anyway, I just hate to do that, to disappoint
I know,
the
but
kids.
stop beating yourself up over it because he's probably already forgotten.
I hope he's forgotten. Well, I don't know. He's got a memory like a freaking.
Well, once he gets his Buffalo Wild Wings, then he'll forget it.
He's got a memory like a freaking elephant.
Go ahead and let him open one of his Christmas presents early. Then he'll really forget it.
Yeah. All right, babe. Well, that was the dad fail. I'm failing a lot, guys. I'm gonna have to step up my game in 2022.
Hey, that's what the New Year's for, right?
Oh man.
Put that on your bucket list. Be a better dad.
Wow.
I'm joking.
It's a
honey.
resolution.
I was joking.
It's a resolution.
No, it's a bucket list. You do a bucket list.
All right. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you too.
I love our listeners
I
desperately.
love y'all.
So desperately, we're going to podcast over the Christmas break, I think, real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.